Hi guys, happy Sunday with Satan. So, alright, we did the compass, I think, last time. So we're just going to kind of go into more of the traditional Cornish witchcraft. So, yeah, whoever told me about the snake, Wicked Witch of LA, you were right, it was the snake, not the stones. So I can actually wear serpentine. Green serpentine, and this is an actual silver beaded or silver threaded beading wire that I've used to make this one. So I have two kind of darker serpentine stones, only two. I didn't want to go overboard and like bombard myself with that kind of energy, and the rest is just pure black obsidian. And then we have spacer beads. So, one has sold, I will have more coming. They're limited, very limited. So, this particular snake, Sylvium, is his name. So, yeah, literally, Sylvium. Don't ask me. No clue. It's just what came. It was like I was walking in the other world that entire day. It was very odd. Very odd to be walking in a different world and then physically being here but consciously being somewhere else. It was pretty weird, right? So, alright, now we're going to do the different, the corners, the quarters, the different roads of power. So yeah, they do, the four corners of the witch's compass is, it's kind of important. So, we're going to go over that today. I just feel a really nice breeze. It is really hot. The allergies are sucky. So, alright, we start with the East Road. So, this is when you have your compass all laid. So, these are the virtues and the powers and the spirits and the energies of these different roads. So, East is the direction of spring, dawn, and the red spirits of the powers of fire. So, above are the heavenly fires of the sun, which would be today. Sun, day, who rises in the east, the planetary fires, and thunder. So below is the chthonic fire, the red serpent, who is the fire and potency of the land, and the totem, familiar spirits of the East Road. I don't know. I don't think I wrote that one down. But east is also the direction of the inner flame of the cunning and the will. So amongst the regalia of the, Easter egg regalia. The regalia of the East Road are the knife, the broom, and the spirit whip. The virtues of the East Road are aid workings of defensive magic, exorcism, strength, power, sexuality, and potency. Yeah, you can really find Easter eggs within traditional Cornish witchcraft and other series, television series. It's crazy cool. Alright, now the South Road. So, south is the direction of summer. This is completely different from Wicca. I mean, completely different from Wicca. Why am I flashing? I don't like to flash like that. It almost gives me a seizure. So the South Road, south is the direction of summer. We all know that. Noon, and the white spirits, the powers of earth. Now the land, the living body, and the physicality of all things. The South Road familiar spirit is the leaping white hare. Easter egg. The regalia of this direction include the magical stones, Whispering Stone, the Troy Stone, and the Stroking Stone. So the bull and the pentagram of manifestations. Now working in the areas of stability, healing, bodily hurts, the wisdom and employment of plants, fertility, growth, abundance, and wealth are all greatly aided by the virtues of the South Road. So you see what we can do with these different kinds of virtues and energies that we draw into our compass. Alright, now the West Road. So the west is direction of autumn, dusk, and the gray spirits of the powers of water. So the rivers, the streams, wells, seas, our own blood in the deep chthonic waters of transformation, emotion, and atavistic wisdom, which would be an avatar. So the gray toad is the West Road familiar spirit. And the regalia of this direction include the cauldron and horn cup, workings of the moon, sea witchcraft, well magic, transformation, cleansing, dreams, money, or memory, no, not money, memory, emotions, and the healing of emotional and or psychological hurts are aided by the virtues of the West Road. So I love that. I do. I love it. So it's really, really interesting stuff. Now we have the North Road. So north is the direction of winter, midnight, and the black spirits of the air. So the haunted winds of spirit, smoke, our own voice, and the breath. So the familiar spirit of the North Road is the black crow. And it's always funny that you can always find these animals really in these directions. I always see a black crow sitting on my road that goes north. It's really neat. So now, in some rites and workings, the skull, staves, rods, wands are regalia of the North Road, but they also are shared with the East and others. So, singing tools, the censer, and the bell, are other regalia of the North Road. Workings aided by the virtues of this direction include spirit magic, atavistic communion, blasting, binding, wisdom. What is that word? Auguring? I don't know, I can't read my own writing, but auguring, I think it is, and communications. So, alright, now the difference, though, in which the compass is worked differs according to intent and the nature of the rite or working. So walking the round is always done first, after the ritual conjuration and calls of the compass have been made, in a counterclockwise direction always. Within this walking meditation, the witch is seeking to achieve a number of things. Firstly, we are turning away from the mundane cares to enter into deeper states of awareness between the worlds, or between the horns, required to make communion and congress with the otherworldly possible. So walking the round is also an act of conjuration. The witch, moving at one with the geometric forces, draws upon the serpent and gathers in the virtues and powers pertinent to the rite or working. Really interesting stuff. I mean, it's totally different than anything I have ever came across. I mean, even traditional British witchcraft, it's similar, but it's still totally different. So calls are also made during the round to the divine force. So as repetitive, insistent circumambulations of the witch draws the mind deeper into trance, yet firmly fixed on its goal, glimpses and perception of Godhead may well be achieved. So to end a rite, the round is sometimes walked in a clockwise direction, a return to the world of men. So dextral and sinistral circles are also employed within the compass during acts of magic. So gathering power is not quite the same thing as cast or raising power. So once the power has been gathered in by the round, it will be then raised in acts of generative magic by walking a dextral circle around the fire before directing the power to where it is required. Now in acts of banishing, binding, or blasting, a sinistral circle is employed again. So here the gathered powers are used to restrict or even to consume the focus of the working. You guys have got to read this book. It is so incredible. It is so mind expanding, and it's just incredible. So yes, Traditional Witchcraft, a Book of Cornish Ways by Gemma Gary. Amazing. So now it is the intent and the fixed will of the peller that determines the use and intended result of the working direction. So in traditional witch rites, there is often much hard work to be done with the round. It can actually cause a strain on the body, on the physical body, to actually do this. So sometimes to the point that the practitioner will collapse in a trance, a moment they will always make the fullest of. But it is old wisdom that like attracts like. Energy must be used in order to raise it and work with it. The fire in the circle's center consumes much energy in the form of wood and oxygen, but it draws the serpent and produces heat and light. So, likewise, the circle of steadily circling witches uses oxygen in the blood and can strain the muscles in the lungs, but it will also gather, stir, and raise the powers within. So yeah, it can be difficult. It can be very difficult, and you got to be very, very, very careful. So, alright, so the circle, as well as producing visions, so to raise energy, we must partake of it. So just as an engine or a mill uses energy to create energy and produce that which is required. So elderly and infirm peller within groups will be excused the walking the round, and will often be given the tasks of drumming, which not only aids the round, but it will produce similar results. So being a repetitive trance-inducing and power-raising act in itself. So always in magic, with the aid of a fire, the moon, and the serpent, a sinister circle can be used to consume and restrict, whilst a dextral circle will generate, create, and bring forth potency. So it must also be remembered that all witches' circles are one circle. The rite of the compass round is not the creation of the circle itself at all, but a conjuration of the ancient circle of cunning. The true conjuration of the compass is an invocation of the path itself. So when the witch stands within the compass proper, they stand with all those who have walked in its round from the very beginning of the tradition. So it's really neat calling on, from the very first up until now, literally. Crazy rains. It's really crazy raining today. So their ways and wisdoms are there to be revealed by vision and voice in the fire, and the swirling herb smoke or in the wind through the trees. That's why the becoming. When you become, you have to listen and just sit and listen. So let's see, where did I go? What did I want to share with you guys? I don't know where it went. Did you not where it went? Shoot. Well, I had it. I just had it, I swear. This is very odd. Wow, holy rain. Well, that is really, really odd. I just had it. Well, that was really, really weird. I swear I wrote it down. Maybe I did not write that one down. I didn't. Nope. Didn't do it. I did not write that one down. Sorry, guys. Alright, so... Alright, now we have the hand of the wise. So I want to go over that one because that's really cool. So that is the hand, the witch's hand. It's usually the left hand. And it is really amazing. So planetary virtues are associated with each and every single finger. So... Now, and if you guys know the palmistry hand, with all the different lines that you can get, find on eBay or Amazon for $10, that's what this is, only a little bit different. Alright, now the hand of the wise, to the peller, the gestures of the hand within traditional magic hold important meaning and virtue. The sinistral hand will be employed within acts of calling for banishment, removal, and diminishment. An exception unique to the sinistral hand is that it may be employed to gather, apply, or direct baneful energies in the work of blasting. Left hand. Left hand. So the dextral hand, right hand, is of course employed in acts of positive conjuration, increase, and regeneration. Thus, for example, in acts of healing, where the sinistral hand, left hand, may first remove the ailment, and then the dextral hand will then apply the regenerative forces to the area in question. So, pretty much, hands-on. So, and then the thumb and the fingers also have their distinct virtues. So the thumb is of earthly, material, and bodily virtue. The index finger is employed within work and aided by virtues of air, communication, and thought. The middle finger aids all workings of spirit magic, and now the ring finger is of water, emotions, and of the deep self. The little finger aids workings of fire, sexual energy, and strength. Had no clue. Had no idea. That is really amazing. I like that. Now, thus the thumb and the fingers of each hand are of great use, yet subtle and occult to the observer. Unknown to the observer, which is what occult means. Where did I go? Okay, so within magic, to generate or banish via the energies they represent, depending on the dextral or sinistral hand being employed and the nature of the work. The thumb or fingers may be then employed to stir certain mixtures, anoint certain items, or charge certain charms, depending on the virtues required. So, I like it. So I've done a little bit of work with my serpentine energy, or serpentine, serpent necklaces, traditional, which is necklaces, so with the dextral hand, and then the sinistral hand, or the dextral hand, the right hand, and then the sinistral hand is the left. So, now we have the planetary virtues of basically each hand, each finger, and then with the days of the week. So, these are just planetary virtues. So, now, it was the system of the 7 bodies corresponding to the 7 days of the week that were traditionally used for these calculations. Thus, certain days are appropriate for the working or of certain charms and the creation of certain substances. Most traditional witches do not follow planetary alignment at all. It's a quick, very quick system. It's very quick, but then the religious side pops up, and then you get your, planetary stuff. And yeah, I don't at all really care much for planetary anything, but I do like this in traditional witchcraft. Cornish. So, alright, now we have the sun. So, is allied to the element of fire in the sign of Leo. So his day is Sunday today, and he does greatly aid all workings of strong bodily healing, protection against negative forces, the attraction of money, good fortune, happiness, leadership, positive strength, and power. His colors are gold, yellow, orange, and white. I like black. Now the moon. Moon day, Monday. So the moon is allied to the element of water in the sign of Cancer. Her day is Monday, and her virtues are aid to the workings of gentle healing, emotional healing, the exploration or influence of emotions, the subconscious, dreams, psychic work, generative magic, and increase upon the waxing moon to the full. Consumptive magic, decrease and gentle banishment upon the waning to dark, the empowerment of charms and magical substances, and conjuration of the serpent's breath upon the full of the moon, well magic, sea magic, the ways of unknown, and the dead upon the dark of the moon. Now the ways of Buka-Gwitter upon the full, and Buka-Du upon the dark of the moon. Now her colors are silver white, that's in her full aspect, silver and white, and in her dark aspect, the new moon, it's black. Now we have Mars. So the elemental ally of Mars is fire, and the signs of Aries and Scorpio. So his day is Tuesday, and his virtues are of aid to workings of defensive magic, defensive powers, and strength, assertive powers, exorcism, strong protection, victory in conflict, empowerment, fire magic, conjuration of the serpent, and the raising of Sproul. Sproul is the energy in the land that we raise when we do our compass. And then, yeah, we have to raise it and we have to direct it. So, lifting of curses, sexual potency, and lust, and his color is red. So, I do like Mars, but I like Mercury better. And here's Mercury. So Mercury's ally is the element of air, and the signs of Gemini and Virgo. So, again, yeah, that's my ruling planet. And Mercury's day is a Wednesday. So, mercurial virtues are of aid to workings of communication, thought, memory, wisdom, study, travel, quickening, mending rifts and ending silences, transactions, locating lost property, discovering the identity of thieves, contact and exchange between the worlds. So balance and Buka Grand, so the Grand Buka of all. Now his colors are violet and yellow. I love that. Violet, that's beautiful. We have Jupiter. I love Jupiter. Love the influences of Jupiter. So Jupiter is allied to the element of air and of water, and to the signs of Sagittarius and Pisces. So Jupiter's day is Thursday, and the virtues of Jupiter are of aid to workings of leadership and positions of power, the improvement of social standing, and the achievement of recognition, reward, honor, responsibility, wealth, business success, expansion, and legal matters. Jupiter's colors are blue and purple. Alright, now we have Venus, which I love, again, my planet. Well, that's where I come from. So Venus has allies in the elements of earth and water, and in the signs of Taurus and Libra. Her day is Friday, and her virtues and workings of love, friendship, compassion, enjoyment, pleasure, sensuality, the arts, beauty, prosperity, harmony, comfort, marriage, blessings, and the family. Her colors are rose, pink, and green. So now we have Saturn. So Saturn's allies are the elements of water and earth, and the signs of Capricorn and Aquarius. So Saturn's day is Saturday, of course, and the Saturnalian virtues are of aid to workings of binding, limitation, restriction, discipline, grounding, solidity, and physicality, the body, the home, land, death, and the dead, wisdom, spirit magic, and spirit conjuration, and bukadu. So, and now black is the color of Saturn. So, alright, I think that's it for today, guys. Yeah, that is it for today. I swear I had more wrote down about the virtues of the different directions of the crossroads, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't even know what to do with my book. Let's see. It's pretty interesting stuff. Alright. How's my coffee talk? Oh yeah. I mean, it's been amazing. It really has. Kind of redoing my altar a little bit since the horseshoe came, the hood lamp, literally, so I think you guys can see it pretty well. Maybe. Right here. So yes, I have got to start rearranging stuff and making room, throwing out or burying old stuff that I no longer use. So yeah, it's going to be a process. Alright, let's try some coffee talk. And I actually have it pulled up before. So, let's see. What is everybody talking about today? Chapstick. VC. Hello. Oh wow, it's been forever. How are you? Alright, VC. A lot of stones are fossilized soft tissue. Check out Red Fossil University. I have, and yeah, I know. It's very interesting getting into the stones and everything, and my whatever Himalayan salt lamp is like flickering weird. Okay, Gabe Lane. Hi. Thank you for another amazing video. It's so interesting. I'd just like to say that my name isn't like Gabby. Gabe. It's the shortened version of Gabrielle, like the angel. Much love to you, and I'm looking forward to your next video. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I like your name. I do. I like that name. Nome Kiss? Nome Kiss? I don't wanna butcher your name, I'm sorry if I did. Love these coffee talks. They are so cozy and calming. Oh, you're amazing. Like listening to your best neighborhood, but also witchy and cool, friend. Aw, thank you. That is so sweet. That is so sweet. Aw. Jay Phoenix. Hi, my bro. I wonder why it ended like that. I don't know. Sometimes, it just depends on if they're busy, what they're doing. I mean, they have a life of their own once they, transition from this world into the next. So it's hard to say. Really, honestly, hard to say. That was one incredible session, though. I mean, that was amazing. I've never felt so much just love. Pure love. So yeah, it's funny that people think, oh, well, you can't talk about God or, Jesus on the board. With the spirits that come through, bring them up where they're at. They're with Jesus, they're with God, they're with the archangels. So it's really cool. It's really cool depending on your belief system. Okay, Jay. Hi, my Jay. Oh yes, she had a sense of humor. I could tell. I could really honestly tell. It was so cool. Alright, Jay. I had contacted her in meditation before. Huh. I don't think she ever called me her little man before, but she could have. And as I typed this, I heard, yes, I have. And felt it was when I was little. Aww. Really strange synchronicities around that. That is really amazing. Medina Ray, hi. Same here in Ireland. Seasonally, that is. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Alright, J. Masao. Masao. Did I butcher your name? I'm sorry. Baphomet is male in dominance, even though Baphomet is hermaphrodite, having both parts male and female, to show diversity in both genders. No, Baphomet is not really male dominant. It's both. It's everything put together. When Satanism came to power, that's when paganism kind of got pushed away by Christianity, and when Christianity came, that's when Satanism came. So because if there was no Christianity, there would be no Satanism. So it's like a branch of Christianity to me. So no, it's both, equal balance. So I don't agree with that. Alright, Monica. I love my snowflake obsidian. I love obsidian. I love it. My black stones, I love. That's why I put so many black stones on here with only 2 green serpentine beads. I couldn't do it. I didn't want to get sick. It was bad. It was really bad. It was like a bad reaction. And I'll share with you guys what I've read about people having reactions to stones. Alright. Cole. Hi, Cole. The blasting rod is an amazing tool. I 100% recommend it. Yeah, I have, I have another idea for that. I cannot wait. My Wicked Witch of LA. Alright. Okay, in your opinion, do you think the magical nature of woods can change a little depending on whether you make either a besom, stang, or wand? Depending on the properties and depending on the virtues. Like the besom, stang, or wand, it depends. I mean, if you're making your own cup, it depends on where you know, like the virtues of water, the virtues of whatever, wood or twigs that you're using to construct your wands. Yeah, I do. I think that they do change a little. And then once they're fully, prepped and they're fully ready and they've been hallowed and they've been cleansed, consecrated, yeah, I think that they totally change and take on a life of their own, but they're also an extension of us. So I like that. I love everything that you have to say is incredible. Kaylee Hornick. Oh, I thought I was gonna say Kuoko. I was like, hi. Your voice is so nice. You should make ASMR videos. I've tried my oil blending and I think that's it. My oil blending is pretty much the only ones that I've done. So people find it very cool and they like to hear the oils being blended, and like when I go to roll the oil in my hand and they just, I don't know, a lot of people thought that was really cool. So I have that mental note for, thank you. Mental note. Alright, now for the whole entire getting sick from crystals. Okay, so this is really interesting. So really interesting that I did find negative reactions to magical crystals, and this is really interesting stuff too. It was very different. So yeah, very different, but I do like the fact that it was the snake and not the stone, but I'm still not 100% sure. So this is actually an article from learnreligions.com. So, and this is just brief. So, many pagans and other people in the metaphysical community, like all of us, use crystals and gemstones, of course. in our magical and spiritual practice. So there's practically an endless list of stones you can use for just about any need, and many of these stones actually make us feel good. They bring about a calm, tranquility, a restfulness, positive energy, and so on. But it is possible to have, for us to have a negative reaction to a crystal or a gemstone, just like it is, for a certain allergy medicine, anything. So, all right. So here's some fast facts right here that they have pinpointed. So, did you know? Some people claim to have an unusual reactions to certain crystals. It's hard to tell whether this is a physical response or a psychological one. There's a theory that stones themselves do not emit negative energies or positive ones. It's just that our body's energy vibrations may not mesh properly with what a specific stone has given at a given time. So if you find that you are having an adverse reaction to a stone or a crystal, you can either stop carrying and wearing it, or you can train your body to have a different response to it. I would rather just stop wearing it, honestly. So, it's really different. So it says here, because this question comes up occasionally, we decided to ask a few people in the metaphysical community about their experiences with gemstones and crystals. Although in general, this is a pretty uncommon and rare occurrence, which I had no idea. A few of the individuals we asked actually had at one point a negative reaction to a specific stone. And somebody else on my page, my public page, did say something about amethyst. So it was an amethyst type of stone. It turned black for them. That's crazy, and it makes people sick. Malachite, people can't wear that. Moldavite, I've heard a few testimonials. So Marla is a Reiki practitioner in Indiana. Oh, hi. Where are you at here in Indiana? Alright, so, and she says here, I use stones as a lot in energy work, but for the life of me, I cannot handle hematite. See, I can. I touch it and it just shatters right there in my hand. I've learned to use other protective stones in its place because I just can't work with it. So yeah, I completely understand these. Now, this one, Amber, the person says, Amber makes me twitchy. Says Soracha, a Celtic pagan in Ohio. Okay, it's a resin, not a stone, but I just can't wear it or hold it. I can actually feel my skin tingling and my heart racing when it's in my hand. I've never liked it, and I don't even bother trying to use it anymore. See, these people are, it's weird, and it's like an adverse. I mean, especially with the serpentine stone. I don't know. This has to be some kind of scientific thing. Maybe, I don't know. Alright, now we have someone named Kelvin is a Wiccan priest in Florida, and he says lithium quartz. Anytime I'm around it, I get seriously agitated. I feel almost a fight or flight responses. Okay, for no reason at all. The last time I was near a piece of lithium quartz, which was on a necklace my partner was wearing, I thought I was going to either pass out or throw up or both. It was awful. That's more of the serpentine experience that I had. So there's a couple different theories on this. One is that stones themselves do not emit the negative energies or positive ones. Our body's energy vibrations don't mesh with it. So if a person, another theory is that if stones have a positive or negative energy vibration, if a person's energy field is the same rather than the opposite, the two could push each other away, much like magnets. So, like many other questions in the metaphysical community, particularly those related to energy work, there's just no clear-cut answer at this time. So, it's different. What do you do if they make you feel funny, though? Get rid of them. I don't know. So you want to balance it and stuff. So obviously, that you can train your body to, handle it in a different situation. Smaller doses, like I did with just the 2 serpentine stones, and it's just a lot better, a lot more grounded. So it was just really weird. So rose quartz you can do to reduce the stress, and I do have some rose quartz in here somewhere at the top to reduce stress. But I mean, the serpentine was just amazing. It's an amazing stone, and I love the properties it had beside feeling nauseous and just feeling very lethargic. If anybody of you, have you guys ever tried Chantix to stop smoking? I did, and it made me feel like I was completely in outer space all the time. And that's how the one day it made me feel, the serpentine. So, but it was the snake vertebrae. But we have a very good relationship now. Thank the gods. But alright guys, I've talked enough. What do you guys think about all this? Anything fun? Let me know in the comments below. So I love you all very, 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 very much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So, all my love, all the way from Venus, all the way back down. And my buyer for the serpentine necklace, the other one, the pure serpentine, shipping out tomorrow. So I hope you enjoy, and you're going to get some gifts and goodies with it. So, alright guys, I love you all, and everybody have a great sun day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, if I can ever get out of this thing. So, alright, I love you all.